Do you know how to transpose chord progressions on the guitar? If you don't, keep watching. If you think you've got it figured out, I still recommend that you keep watching. When it comes to playing chords, we typically string them together in a progression for psalms. And those progressions are typically anchored to a tonal center, like the home tonic chord, whether in a major key, a minor key, or even a mode. Occasionally, there are chords in a progression that are borrowed from other keys. But what happens if we want to take a progression and move or transpose it to a new key? Are there some strategies for making this process faster and smoother? Yep. Here are 3 tips to make transposition smooth and effective. First, we need to know all the diatonic chords in our starting key. Let's start simply with the chords in C major. Do you know all 7? Let's find out. We have C major as the tonic, then D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, and we can come back around to C major. Second, we need to assign numbers to the chords. This process is called chordal analysis. Now, my background began in classical music, so I trained with Roman numerals, but just as effective is the Nashville number system. I'll provide both. With Roman numerals, capital numbers are major and lowercase numbers are minor. With Nashville numbers, we just use Arabic numerals, and we can indicate the qualities of the chords with just a number to imply a major chord and a number followed by a lowercase m to indicate a minor chord. Diminished chords typically have a degree after them in either setting, and these chords are less common because of their dissonance, but they do complete the picture. Have a look at the table I'm about to provide on the screen, and you'll see all 7 chords in C major at a glance. Here they are. One more time. We have C major 1, D minor, minor 2, E minor, minor 3, F major 4, G major 5, A minor, minor 6, B diminished, diminished 7, and we can come back around to C for the major 1. Using numerals or numbers, we need to be able to identify each chord as a number, but then also to identify each number as a chord. So, for example, in the key of C major, what is the number for C? 1. It's the tonic. What about the number for F? 4. Let's go the other way. In the key of C major, what is the name of the minor 6 chord? A minor. How about the minor 2 chord? D minor. You're getting it. So if I wanted to play the progression 1, 5, minor 6, 4 in C, what would the chords be? C, G, A minor, F. It's a very popular progression. Let's do the reverse process. If I played the progression C, E minor, F, G, what would the chordal analysis be in terms of numbers? 1, minor 3, 4, and 5. Another very useful progression. So that's my second tip for you. Be able to assign numbers to the chords you know. Third and finally, we need to know the chords and numbers in our destination key. If we have a destination key we want to transpose to, it would be helpful for us to know those diatonic chords and to be able to familiarize ourselves with them in the same fashion as numbers. So for example, the key of A major has the chords A, major 1, B minor, minor 2, C sharp minor, minor 3, D, major 4, E, major 5, F sharp minor, minor 6, G sharp diminished, diminished 7, and we can come back around for A for the major 1. So that's my third tip for you. Make sure you know the chords and numbers in the destination key. Now let's put this knowledge to practical use. Let's go back to our first progression of chords in C with C, G, A minor, and F. That's 1, 5, minor 6, and 4. And let's transpose that progression to the key of A. If we know the corresponding numbers and chords in the key of A, we know that the chords for that progression would be A, E, F sharp minor, and D. Transposition accomplished. Now let's create a new progression in A with 1, 4, minor 2, and 5. Those chords are A, D, B minor, and E. Based on how well we know the chords in C, we use numbers and transposition to crank out C, F, D minor, and G. Transposition accomplished again. Feel free to rewind me if you need to hear this again. Now, there are a couple subtle ways to check our work. If we know the distance from A to C, which is up a minor third, we can take each chord in the key of A and move vertically to its corresponding chord in the key of C. So if I took the major 5 chord, the E chord in the key of A, and moved up a minor third, I'd land on G for the major 5 chord in the key of C. So that's a way of moving vertically between keys to find chords. Another method to check our work is to think horizontally from the tonic to the other chords within each key. The tonic is the home 1 chord, so this would be the A major chord in the key of A, or the C major chord in the key of C. A to D is a leap of a perfect fourth, and I can walk up with A, B, C sharp, and D to confirm that the 4 chord in A is D. I can apply the same approach in the key of C. C to F is also a perfect fourth, which I can achieve with C, D, E, and F to confirm that the 4 chord in C is F. Using intervals like this would be moving horizontally within keys to find chords. As you can see, this process is going to help us a lot. It's just a matter of some simple memory work and repetition. Want to go deeper? Sure, why not? Let's try one more transposition for now, playing a bit outside the key with some non-diatonic chords. Let's try the progression 1, flat 7, minor 4, and 5. As you can see, we've got 2 altered or borrowed chords on the 7 and the 4. In C, these would be B flat for the flat 7 and F minor for the minor 4. So the progression 1, flat 7, minor 4, 5 would be C, B flat, F minor, and G. Using our process and powers of transposition to the key of A, we can play A, G, D minor, and E. Transposition accomplished again. Okay, we're done playing now, but are you ready for some application to validate these tools? Let me ask some questions, all of which end in a positive answer. Can we transpose from the key of A back to the key of C? Of course. Can we take a progression in a less guitar-friendly key that either requires lots of bar chords or a capo and transpose it to a guitar-friendly key with fewer bar chords and more open chords? Yeah, buddy. Can we transpose from one minor key to another minor key? Yep. Can we transpose from the Dorian mode with one key center to the Dorian mode with another key center? You betcha. As you can see, there are all kinds of possibilities when we know how to transpose. If you have a worship song and you want to transpose it, you can use this method. You can write out the transposition with numbers or verbally call it out on the fly as you play with your band. There are digital tools that can do this for you, but if you want to grow in your ability to transpose, I encourage you to try some of this mentally and manually. I've transposed more charts than I can count. And if you can analyze and learn a song by number, and you've got a good grasp of several keys, you can quickly transpose that song into any of those keys. Transposition facilitates easier fingerings, preferred chord voicings, better vocal ranges, and more. See the relevance? Today we embarked on a transposition exposition for guitar with 3 helpful tips to show you how to transpose more effectively. Now, some of this requires a bit of ear training, some of it requires a level of musical literacy, and some of it just takes good old-fashioned practice. The good news? We've got a steady, organized, battle-tested method waiting for you that covers all these areas inside Guitar Success for You, a one-of-a-kind online experience for Christian guitarists who know there's more to music and are ready to chase after it. Learn more at guitarsuccessforyou.com. But don't wait. Next levels of skill and artistry can be yours soon. I'll see you next time, and maybe I'll see you inside Guitar Success for You.